Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to the SBP. It is another beautiful NFL morning. I'm your boy Prime. Diggs, what's good, man?
Oh, it's been a rough morning. We had snow overnight. Power was out when I woke up this morning. It's been rough.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
it was not fun. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. Like it was telling me originally it was saying power will be back about noon. So I was about to pack up everything, go over even to my brother and my parents' house. Like, look, I got to camp somewhere. And I was on the phone with my mom letting her know. And then the rest of the power came on. I was like, well, never mind, actually. Seems like we good. So I'm glad I'm here. It was rough.
Word up, word up. Yeah, man. I'm glad you made it. I think we had a time like that last. I think it was last year here. I wasn't quite sure. I woke up to the power just being out, and I'm like, dang, man, not on Sunday, man. We got
It's so crazy. Like you can always tell when the power is out because you wake up and you're like, it's too silent.
Wow, that is crazy. But luckily, you made it. I think Source is probably going to be along a little bit later. He's handling some business, so if everything goes according to plan, sometime in the next, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so, he will probably pop on. Good morning, everybody out there. I'm trying to find something real quick. My man Don Mega asked me where the FanDuel link was at.
Oh, yeah, you need
Even-
that.
yeah, it gets a little confusing in the group a little bit because when we play FanDuel, um, the week of Thanksgiving, there's always two contests.
Yep, I could see that.
Yeah, there's always two contests. So sometimes folks will be like, where's the link at, dog? Where's the link at? And I'm like, hold on, let me find it. So they'll get the Thanksgiving one and not see the other one for the Sunday matchup.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So I had a few people hit me already. What I might have to do, might just have to hit him with the messenger because I don't sit in here either. But yeah, man, it's another beautiful Sunday. Even though we got a bunch of ugly matchups, it's like
Yeah,
all the good teams already played. Or I mean, there's a couple of stories still here that we're gonna dive into today. But it's the schedule's kind of ugly.
it is. Like I was looking through it. I'm like, what are the games that I really want to see? Like, obviously, I want to see my Patriots play tomorrow, but like outside of that, Jackson, not no, they play Houston and Indianapolis might be like the best game of the day, at least
It
on
can,
paper,
def-
I should say.
it can definitely be the best game of the day, and there's a couple of other games in here too that are going to be interesting. We have, you're going to have the Shador Angle.
Hmm.
They're going to give him an extensive look and playing against, the 49ers. The Niners are doing their thing. There's a couple other matchups in there I'm looking.
Yeah, I know the Bills and Pittsburgh play today, but I don't know how well Aaron Rodgers is going to play off of. Apparently, did he have the surgery? Or was it just is it
I don't
just
think he
scratchy?
had the surgery. But what I didn't know is they're saying that he has, it was like at least three fractures. And
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
I was just thinking it was just a regular fracture, but just from
Yeah.
what I was seeing earlier, they were reporting. Can't think of my guy's name, but anyway, he was reporting that it was like up to three fractures in that hand.
Yeah, see, so like I don't know how much that's gonna hamper him. So it's like, is that going to be a competitive game? Because obviously Pittsburgh offense without him is atrocious. So
Whew.
uh
You have no faith in Mason?
no. Did you see them last week?
Oh no, I didn't on purpose. So
That makes sense. That was it wasn't the worst last week, actually. I think they ended up putting up a decent amount of points, but it never looked good. Like
right.
it wasn't a game that you were like, oh, okay, this is good football being played. So uh I don't know. Like I said, this week I think the holidays might have took a lot of the sell out of the wind of football Sunday, but
Uh-huh.
even a bad week of football is still good because it's football.
Indeed, especially with everything coming to a halt, even on the college end. We saw a lot of
Hmm.
teams play their last game. Of course, my guys played their last game of the season. And I'm
They
not
didn't make
mad about it either.
they didn't
I'm
get
not mad at
bowl
all.
eligible.
No, they
Ooh.
fumbled that several times. It's like and yesterday too. They like when I tell you this has been a nightmare of a season. It's been a nightmare of a season to the point where if you're not good and you're not winning football games, Okay, that's one thing. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody sucks. But the way that they're losing these games, man, and this is like not cliche. Like I can tell you, people say, well, people turn the ball over all the time. No,
Nah.
the ways that we have lost these games. In the game, some of these games will be closer. If you didn't watch the game, you thought, oh, Florida State got beat by 2 scores. But then when you realize how it happened, it'd be the
Mm,
craziest thing. Last night had, they continued the story of Castellanos making a big play or a nice throw. There'll be a guy open 15 yards down the field. And then at least he's going to get at least another 10 to 15 easy on the run. He just takes his eyes off the ball and drops it. I'm talking like wide open. I don't mean just there was a defender within like 5 yards of him. I'm talking like massive blown coverages, and it's stuff that'll put you in the red zone.
yeah.
If I can just tell you, if I could just count on my hand how many times that's stuff like that's happened just in the past 4 weeks, you'd be like, there's no way. Like it'd be the simple stuff, not just you're getting beaten by better teams.
Right.
We've had some very winnable games, games we should have won, and we just put ourselves in the position. It's like somebody just if I had known it better, I think somebody was poor shape. Like this is bad.
It's crazy.
Things. Fumbling the ball inside the 5-yard line on first down. That's happened at least 3 times in the past 4 weeks, even inside the 10. Like it's just the craziest stuff. One about to cross the goal line, and the ball gets punched out, and we recover it. It was third down, we recover it, but the ball, instead of crossing the goal line, it gets punched out inches before and rolls back to the 1.5. It's just the craziest thing, man.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching this one at about halftime. I had like the picture-in-picture, and then I'm trying to remember what game was on during this. It might have been I might have went back to the Iron Bowl. I don't know. I turned it to something. It was 17-14 at halftime, I remember.
Yeah.
But I was like, do I really care about continuing watching Florida State? And I just turned it off.
I'm fine with not making the bowl. I just want this thing to be over.
That's fair.
I've seen teams that were not good, and I'd be like, man, if we could just find a way. But it's almost like watching a bunch of people who just don't care. I don't know if I've seen a team that at least last year when we went through, what we went through. Okay, they weren't good.
Yeah.
But they were losing because they weren't good. There wasn't a quarterback. It's like they just weren't good. This team has talent, like really good talent. I mean, had really good talent. And they were just giving these things away, just like here. Just like, wow, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, before I watched the game last night, I think the last Florida State game I had watched was the Miami game. And obviously, for like 2.5-ish of the quarters, Miami got ahead of them. It was, but you could tell during the battle back that like, oh, okay, this is a talented team, and that was at the time Miami was number 3 in the country, so it was kind of expected that Miami was going to be doing what they did. And then just to see the wagon, like the wheels of the wagon fall off right after that, I was shocked. I thought they was going to be able to at least string together 6 wins though. Obviously, I don't know what the rest of the schedule is, and I don't know if the team gave up. I thought Norvell was not coming back.
Yeah, they giving him the vote of confidence. They say he's coming back.
I saw, and I was like, ooh, I don't know.
And I'm not as mad about it as some people. Like, when I really felt like there's been coaches like Willie Taggart that had to go and things of nature. I don't feel one way or the other about them retaining him through this year, but I do believe that by no means can they have a terrible season next year that he should be able to keep his job.
It's the same thing that I was talking about Luke Fickell, where it's especially in the age of NIL and transfer portal, it used to be, okay, give them 3-4 years because you want to see them get their recruits in.
Uh-huh.
But now with the transfer portal and NIL, 2 years is enough, where it's like you should be able to remake this team in your image, or you just ain't doing something.
Yeah.
And it's like he had that great first year. Obviously, the Jordan Travis injury threw that all off the rails. But it's like, how much of that was, I don't even know who your guys' coach was before him, but how much of it was that guy's recruits versus Norvell's recruits? And then just to sort of see the next 2 years, I personally would have been like, all right, I think we gave you the leash. I think you got to go. But I can understand not wanting to pay out like the buyout and stuff. I see the comments is talking about the SMU game. I did watch that one.
Yeah.
That was tragic.
Yeah.
That was very tragic.
Especially when it was looking at that game, like California was about to run away with it.
Man.
You know, and then I'm like, okay. And then the next thing I know, here comes SMU. And I'm like,
when they went up, I thought it was over. I was like, oh, okay, they righted the ship. It's, you know, ACC championship for them. And then next thing I know, again, here go Cal scoring again.
Yeah, those two were the games yesterday that I, you know, of course, we watched the most. The LSU Oklahoma game was a little more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Oklahoma might beat this year's iteration of the LSU squad by at least 2 scores. I really thought that was going to happen.
I didn't realize their offense was like, I knew their offense wasn't great, but watching it yesterday, I was like, oh, they do not have an offense. Like, that's going to be a problem in the playoffs.
Definitely going to be a problem. It's definitely going to be a problem. They Ohio, and then it was Ohio State Michigan game.
Yeah.
Ohio State Michigan. Ohio State finally gets the win, and then of course I was watching Friday night, of course, for on Texas and Texas A&M was really good. So
that was a really good game. I'm not a fan of either Ohio State or Michigan, but I dislike Michigan a little bit more. So I was happy to see that.
Let's see. Word actually, Cuzzo, so he signed it with Texas Tech this week.
Oh, that's dope.
He's number 6 wide receiver in Texas, so that's all right, man.
He going into a good situation. Texas Tech is. I didn't realize how good they were until midway through the season. That's a crazy situation to go into. I don't know how young that team is, or if it's like a bunch of seniors, but they putting together something crazy there.
They just got to keep those players there. I mean, I like what they're doing. Yeah, I definitely like what they're doing. Caesar wears sores. He's still sore walking his 5K. I don't know. So I guess I saw in the picture that I haven't talked to him. Well, I did talk to him, but we didn't talk about that. But so they got their walk in. They try. I don't know if they saw any turkeys along the way while they were out there getting their mini marathon on or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find out when he's supposed to pop in here. Here probably the next 10-15 minutes. So he
might be hiding out because of his Eagles.
Yeah. So. We'll see. We'll see. Now I can go ahead and tell you, and you already know he's probably not going to be in a good mood when he comes on here.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
So, that's source for you. The homie might not be feeling too good. Hey, Don, I tagged you in the FanDuel link just now. I put another one up on the page, man. If you didn't, if you didn't see it, so you should be able to jump in there. He says, "How about them Philadelphia Pigeons?" You do cuz like that, man. That's your cousin, man. But yeah, man, that was tragic, boy. That was tragic. We definitely gonna talk about that.
Whew, I can't believe it. I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, obviously he don't like to get the Bears any props, but he was like, I guess we got to take them seriously.
Word up. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. You and I, we were on Thanksgiving morning, and we talked about gave our predictions for these games here that we're about to talk about. So there were the 3, of course, the Thanksgiving games, and of course, then there was the one game over on Black Friday, which we were just mentioning. But starting out, man, that Lions and Packers game. I think I took the Lions. You took the Packers in that one. And I will admit, for a majority of that game, the Packers looked like that team that I thought they were going to look like a little early in the season. Jordan Love looked good. They were
Mm-hmm.
clicking. They made some big plays defensively, especially Michael Parsons was out there doing his thing. What do you know? Was it was he at 2.5? I think
2.5. I think they gave him that third full sack. So yeah,
right.
I think it was just 2.5.
Yeah, and they went out there, man, and the Detroit Lions. I had questions. If you remember on Thursday, I got even more questions about them now. But the Packers, the Packers that we saw on Thanksgiving is the type of team that I think anybody in the NFC could be, should be scared of if they play that way once playoff time hits.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Detroit took a little bit of a hit with Amon-Ra going out very early,
My man's right there.
but I don't think that impacted the outcome nearly as much as it would have. Like, I think that most people might think like the Packers, they were just on another level that game. Like they came in, they probably weren't happiest with how things have been going lately for them. Obviously they were coming off a string of victories, but those losses against the Panthers and Eagles are probably still stinging a bit because I think both of those games they probably feel like they could have won. So they did what I thought they were gonna do. Obviously, I said 27, they scored 31. So they were right about where I thought they were gonna be. It's gonna make for an interesting matchup going into. I think they're home against Chicago for the first one. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup going in next week. Obviously, both teams are going to have a lot of rest, but it's going to be an interesting time in Green Bay moving forward. In my opinion, they cemented what I thought they were going to be. Like they're primed right for a position to make a run.
Yeah.
And if all things go well, obviously they have a lot of tough games coming up. I think they play the Broncos in between the two Bears games, so 3 straight games that are very tough, but if they play like they did yesterday or Thursday rather, I don't see any reason why they couldn't win 2 or all 3 of them.
I can see it happen. Especially if Love is out there slinging it the way he was slinging it. Yeah, this is I think it's maybe his second time in his career. He had 4 touchdowns, I believe I saw that.
That sounds about right.
Heck of a game, and he goes out and finds guys. I was mad with myself because I was messing with my FanDuel lineup, and I needed a lower budget wide receiver, and I kept dancing all around Dontavian Wicks, and I didn't click the daggone button, right? And that would have definitely helped me a lot in 2 of my FanDuel lineups as Wicks came through and got busy. Christian Watson also joined in on the fun. He got him a touchdown pass, and of course Romeo. It's always going to be a Romeo sight.
It's tough to pick a Packers player though, especially the wide receivers, because you never know who's going to get the ball. Like you'll pick Wicks, and then Josh Jacobs might score 2 touchdown passes. Like he might catch 2 touchdown passes, and it's like, all right, I guess they not throwing it to wide receivers today. So it's like it's tough for me to trust Packers receivers on like a fantasy tip because it's like I don't know what y'all doing today. Y'all, like I said, y'all not necessarily stars to the point where it's like I demand the ball. They very much are just all right, whatever helps the team this week, and that don't really bode well for fantasy or FanDuel.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The only times I even normally will pick a Packers wide receiver. Well, when Reed is playing,
fair.
I always because Reed is the type of player that doesn't do anything for 2 games, and then he'll have that night game where it's 2. Reed was always a safe bet for me because I knew when he came up, he would come up big. And then also, too, on the money line, his salary doesn't cost a whole lot.
Fair.
Right. So he was always money for me. I could always make my FanDuel salary work with Reed, but he hasn't played. So beyond that, I'm only picking a Packers receiver when I'm just trying to make the money work. And I know I can get a Wicks here and there, and I might get lucky, which I did on Thursday, or I might can slide in a Watson or somebody just to make the money work. But that's never a thought. But man, they looked good. I mean, they looked really good, man, out there handling business, hitting the stride at the right time. But on the other hand, man, these Detroit Lions, and man, I was skeptical. If you remember, we were talking about them on Thursday, and I said, I don't know. I took them, but I don't know because if they're able to run the ball, of course, with Gibbs, that's fine. I did hit on the money when you mentioned. I said it felt like a Montgomery game. I said something about Montgomery. Of course, we saw Montgomery come out there and get his shine and get in the end zone, but Gibbs was non-existent. And then, of course, other than Williams, they were pretty much dead for a majority of that game.
I mean, they were able to keep it fairly close though. Like a half obviously was 17-14, and they just could never, when they needed to stop, they just could never get it.
Nope.
Like it was always something that would just give the Packers an edge. Whether it was, I'm not even talking just purely on defense either. If they needed to play Michael Parsons, even if he wasn't getting the sack, because obviously he only had 2.5, but he needed a pressure just to throw Jared Goff, just to throw Goff off of his game for a little bit. He would get it. So it felt like it just wasn't in the cards for them, because every time they needed someone to step up, and I don't know if that would have been Amon-Ra, like if those little pockets would have been there for him, but they never could get that last little bit of edge that they needed.
Yeah, they're putting themselves in a very dangerous spot now.
They are.
A very dangerous spot when we're talking about teams that are contending for the playoffs, because we see how well the Bears are playing. They take this L to the Packers. And now they're sitting there now at 7-5, so essentially at third place in the division alone. And we know this thing is about to get real crazy here in the playoffs. So we're sitting there looking at this like from playoff favorites in a lot of people's eyes to maybe out of the playoffs.
If playoffs started today, they wouldn't be in. The 49ers got that last spot.
Deservedly so, yeah.
Playing. I still don't understand it, but playing crazy. Yeah. Shout out to them.
And it doesn't get any easier, man, for Detroit, because now they're coming in this week having to play a team who just won on Thanksgiving. That would be my Dallas Cowboys. It came out in a lot of people's eyes with a surprising victory. And heck of a game, man. Heck of a game. You and I should have loaded the clip in here for all who hadn't seen it. So you and I were predicting that game, and we were calling the score. And you settled on 30-27. And Dallas, 1 point off for both teams. I crazily enough, had to get cute and
go with that ugly score.
I wanted to go with that ugly score and go 32-29, which is crazy enough because I promise you, was about to say 31-28. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna get my ugly score. I'm gonna get an ugly score in because I'm used to I'm used to seeing an ugly score just about every week. Something looks crazy. This will be the game. But didn't turn out that way. But we both were 1 point off for each the winner and the loser. But heck of a game, man. Like the game did not disappoint. You'd never tell me that there will be a game that Patrick Mahomes is going to have 4 touchdowns and they're going to lose, especially to a team like the Dallas Cowboys, who not only struggles, but is notorious for when they're in games just giving up something late in the game, and it's like an almost. You know what I'm saying? So, but the game itself was phenomenal, man.
It was. They were pretty much the anti-Detroit Lions. Every time they needed something, they got it. Like, every time Dak needed to do 1 or 2 things, he would do it. And it was just like, if they can play this way the rest of the season, they could run the table. Now, will that get them into the playoffs? They might have lost too many too early. It might, because I don't know what their schedule like. Who they have to play that's ahead of them still.
It's tough. They got a couple of rough. They've got a couple of questions. They got some games that they should. I mean, they should.
Right.
There's the Commanders and the Giants on there. So
right. So they should win those. But I don't like. Is Detroit their only tough remaining game? Like, I don't know if they play any other playoff.
Well, they play the Chargers, which you don't know how that's going to go. And then we have it's a tough game that I'm missing. Hold on. I thought I had the schedule up. There is a tough game that I am missing.
But even playing the Chargers, like that's an AFC. So obviously, that's an AFC team. So I was thinking more so like, if they're playing anybody still ahead of them in the NFC, just because they're going to need some help, I guess is my main point. Like, even if they win out they need some other teams to drop some games.
Well, maybe not. It's the Vikings, so I'm gonna take that back.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. that one ain't that one probably ain't that difficult, especially with their quarterback play. But like I said, I do think they could win out. Will they make the playoffs even with winning out? I just don't know. I can't bet against the 49ers anymore because I don't know what they're doing. They're doing some type of magic over there where no matter who gets injured, they still win. And I think obviously Detroit, they're already in 8, so it's not like jumping ahead of Detroit's going to do too much. You kind of need some of those other teams to start faltering. And unless the Eagles have like a complete just implosion, division's probably out. So if we're talking just
possible now.
It is possible now. I mean, but if we're talking just for the wild card spots or like the at-large spots, I guess let's call them, they might have just started getting hot at the wrong time. We're at the right time, but a little too late, I should say.
Well, what's odd though, now it'll be one of those crazy scenarios because if they're fortunate enough, if the Cowboys are fortunate enough to win out, if they're fortunate or not to win out, that'll be 11 wins.
That's what I'm saying.
So it would be crazy to be 11 wins and still end up sitting at home.
Let me look at it. No, you know what? They probably won't. Because the Seahawks still got, if I'm looking at the rest of their schedule, they still got the Colts, the Rams, the 49ers, the Panthers in Carolina, which they're different in Carolina than they are anywhere else.
Getting all their tough teams at home.
Yeah. So the Seahawks are probably losing at least 2 of those games. And so there's definitely still a path for them. It's a tough one. They got to play like they played Thursday for the rest of the year, but it's possible. From what I saw that team on Thursday, they could do it. Kansas City, good luck for the rest of the year, but it's over. It's over.
Hey, my man Ant said the season over.
It's done.
Lost too many. Yeah, that old line is coming back to bite them a little bit too. They've lost a lot of people on that old line, the key spots. So do you think? Let me ask you a question. Do you think they're gonna make
it? I think they. No, because I don't think they're gonna beat Detroit next week.
Yeah, I'm not jumping all over like everybody else either. I've been hearing a lot of fellow Cowboy fans talk about, man, I'm telling you, they're real in the week out. And I said, man, you get knocked off that horse real quick.
I like I said, if it happens, I'm not gonna be surprised because I definitely think they could do it. But if I had to pick, I don't think that, because I think the game is in Detroit too. So Detroit's probably going to be mad.
It's Thursday night.
Yeah. I don't see them beating Detroit because I think Detroit is probably still going to make the playoffs. Like, especially now looking at what the Seahawks still have remaining, I'm fully sure that they'll probably lose at least 2 of those games. And that just primes Detroit to be able to get right back into playoff contention. So with that being said, Detroit also can't lose any games. And I think they're probably, when all things considered, as healthy as can be at this point in the year, they probably have some more talent than the Cowboys do. Because I'm still not fully trusting that Cowboys defense. Like, they played great. That pass rush did a lot more than I thought they would have done, but they did still give up 28 points.
That's Mahomes, man.
It is. I give you that. I'll give you that.
But you have to admit though, if nothing else, they do look different. They look different, and it's not just the defensive line, which is actually getting pressured. I mean, you got Clowney, Jadeveon Clowney. In these past few weeks, has kind of looked like Jadeveon Clowney, a younger Jadeveon Clowney. He's getting pressure. He's getting to the quarterback. That little mix of what they're doing when they're moving them around on that, like Odigi Zua, Clark. Sometimes they're actually ending up on the end instead of the middle, and they're mixing some things up. Quentin Williams, and I was showing this to one of my sons when we were watching the game on Thanksgiving. It's been invaluable because, man, if you go back and watch those replays, and when they show those replays, and now let me get to the quarterback, he's taking double teams like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He is taking double teams, and what's making this team a lot better defensively is that they're having better success at winning in some of the one-on-ones with the other guys, right? Diggy Zor is getting, Solomon Thomas is coming. These guys are getting, they're getting single covered. And then when you add into the mix, of course, the fact that Dante Fowler, they're playing him in the situational spots, And in the situational spots, he's been able to get pressure on the quarterback. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not really ready to throw my hat in and say that the Dallas Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. But you got to admit they look different.
Oh, for sure. They do. Like I said, I just think, much like the Chiefs, I just think they kind of stacked up too many losses. And now if they're trying to go on that win streak, it just might be a little bit too late. Like, this might be building up great for next year, but it just might be a little too late in the season for this year. Like, too many other things still have to go right. They have to get too much help in order to get in.
A lot of those teams, if you go back and look at the schedule, some of the teams that are not leading their divisions or hanging on by a string, we're talking about Dallas, but some of those teams have got some, 2, in some cases 3 decent games left that they have to win.
Yeah, fair.
There's even a scenario, I'm telling you, if you go back and look, I was looking over some of this stuff the other day. There's even, the Cowboys don't want to put themselves in this position. Let me say that. But there's a lot of scenarios that they could drop a game and run out and win out. And they're going to need help still, of course, like you were saying. But they can still get in. But even then, it's going to be crazy. I talked about Seattle last year having a great record and not getting in. This could be a situation that they could win 10 or 11 and still not make it.
I feel like in my heart of hearts, it's saying if Dallas loses any more games, it's over. Like, the hope is done. You're right. Crazier things have happened. I can't see it. Like, they're too close to the line already. Unless Philadelphia completely implodes, and who knows what's gonna happen there. I ain't saying anything. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
It's still scary. I don't care what nobody say. So,
for sure.
Dog, what up, man?
Hello, gentlemen.
He's like, man, I came in this thing talking about the damn Cowboys.
Somehow I figured that would happen, but
Yeah, so we were just talking. We were actually just cleaning it up. We're about to move on to the next one. But do you you think the Cowboys made the playoff?
How many wins they got? 6?
They got 6 wins.
5 games left.
Let me give you so they have Detroit Thursday, but after that they have Minnesota. They have They have the Commanders and Giants. I'm missing somebody. Who did I say the other team was? Oh, the Chargers. They got the Chargers.
So they could go 5 straight, possibly. I mean, obviously there's 5 games left, so anybody could go 5 straight. But you gotta think at worst it'd be 2 and 3. Good chance of 3-2, 4-1.
Definitely ain't making
probably pushing it.
Yeah.
So do I think they made the playoffs? No, I don't. But anything, anything's possible. We saw Detroit trick it up again the other day. So,
well, it was you weren't with us Thursday, so Dish called it. Dish took the Packers, and
he did it for his daddy, and that don't count.
I also think the Packers are a better team, but it was a lot of I had to go over there for Thanksgiving dinner. I did have to see my dad right after that.
I did. I love the way that y'all danced around the final score of this game, though. 30-29,
Man.
30-27. In between. How about the one in the middle? That was good. Both of y'all had the 3-point win. Oh, that's great. That's great.
But nah, the bad part about it, Source, of course, leave it to me. I'm always the dude to trick it up because my actual score was 31-28. But then when I was, we were talking, I gotta throw an ugly score in there almost every week.
Yeah, you said the ugly score thing.
And I said, man, I'm gonna throw this in. I had on my paper 31-28 Dallas. I said, nah, something gonna happen. It's gonna be sitting there, and it's gonna be something like 29 points, and I don't know. And my man Aubrey gonna come in and kick a. That's what I was thinking, but it didn't happen that way. And of course, we, we got a group chat, and Joel was like, "You just had to get cute, huh?"
Yeah, Joel, that's right. No, that was dope, though. That was dope.
Yeah, so we were right there. So before we jump into this next game, how was your Thanksgiving and how did your walk go? Was it okay? Did you try?
Hey, man, I ain't doing it again. That's all that really matters. Like, you had that, John. For what? Like, this thing. And we had a good time. Don't like it was fun.
Yeah, judging by the picture, I said, look, y'all had a good time. Especially the girls, they had a good time.
Yeah, we walked about a tenth of a mile, and it was like, they left.
Oh,
they ran. They started running, jogging. It might be a little. Well, you're probably a fifth of a mile. Something like that. It wasn't far, but they ran most of it. But yeah, it was cool. Nice weather. Outside, got up early, and the food for dinner was actually on time because we had to prep the day before more and not leave anything behind. Plus, it's just Nicole and me at the house now, so there's no backup for getting things straight and all that. So, but somehow, even with all that, dinner was ready on time.
Word.
Even though the people weren't there, but it was ready. So
that's half the battle.
Yeah, that's it. So that was good. Everything was good. All the upsets were crazy. I mean, every game was upset from Thursday and Friday, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than Friday's game, I mean, it was had a good time.
Word up. Well, that leads us into our next one, man. The next one we was the Bengals. The Bengals defeating the Ravens.
Yeah.
On this one, so the return of Joe Burrow, it went good. It went good for the Cincinnati Bengals in this one. I know, you weren't so sure when we talked about how rusty he was going to be, and I was just like, I know we're talking about rust, but Joe Burrow has had some of his best games in his career against the Ravens. Man, he has a couple of 4-touchdown games. There's a 3-touchdown game in there. I think there's one where he had 2 passing and one when he ran one in. Like, he has success against his team, and so does Chase, man. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was less that, and I didn't expect Baltimore to turn the ball over 5 times.
Yeah,
you're not winning anything. You turn the ball over 5 times.
Yeah, that is true. So, were you shocked about what you saw that night, that evening?
I was saddened more than shocked. Saddened by the play of the Ravens, Lamar and the Ravens. I say.
Yeah.
What would have been worse is if T. Higgins was there, it would have been a blowout. Because Tinsley had a couple of joints that T. Higgins would have probably came down with. One of them was a touchdown.
Right.
But it was joints that, I mean, they're tough plays, but T. Higgins would have made the play.
Yeah.
If it was in that situation. Yeah, it would have been worse. It would have been worse if Higgins was healthy. And this is Joe Burrow's first game coming back, man. Say what you want about Joe Burrow, man. All he do is sling that rock, though.
Yes, were y'all in the camp that he shouldn't have came back?
My kids are like, why is he playing? They not gonna make the playoffs. Like, that's just risking him getting hurt.
I don't know now. We don't
Right.
know that. We don't know that to be true now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know
not division.
I'm just saying.
Not division. I don't know who's gonna win that one.
Chances are slim, but there's a possibility. So you're saying there's a chance.
Right. Yeah, I was never in that camp because, like, basketball, I understand it. There are 82 games. So I can understand, putting, trying to put your foot together, whatever. If you want to wait till you're a little bit more healthy in basketball, you got more of a chance. With football, there are 17 games. And he could wait. He could have rested all this season, came back week 1, next one, and got hurt again. That don't change. Like, waiting, if you saying you healthy, waiting 6 weeks or 6 months, I guess, for next season, ain't gonna change much. You could very much get hurt that first play. So it's just, if you healthy, you feel like you could play, you feel like you can help your team, get out there and do it.
No doubt. Hey, quick second. That was a great point. I gotta do a quick pause because we have to acknowledge the First Lady is in the comments. Bernice Love. What's going on, Bernice?
Yo.
You know why she here. You know why she here. Talk about the Patriots. You already know.
Hey!
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Best record in the league?
Possibly. Arguably the best team in the league. Like, I'm just telling you, like, they doing that thing. Big game tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I'm
shocked that's the Monday night game still. Like, I thought that would have got flexed out.
If you could flex out a Monday night game, that would be one.
Oh, you can't flex out Monday night. I didn't know that.
No, just Sunday.
ESPN ain't allowing that.
I wish that would take a lot of.
Hey, I was excited. I was excited when I thought Jameis was playing.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't think it would take that much, because don't they do it like a couple weeks in it? Like, didn't they flex the Packers Bears game like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's one thing to flex something that's on the same day. You're going to a whole different day. That's a whole different hotel schedule. It's a whole different.
Yeah, I guess schedule. That's fair.
Got a question.
I assume the teams was there, so like I feel like you're not showing up Sunday morning for your Monday night game.
Like, AJ, what's good, bro? He said if he can master them pick'em sheets, how come we haven't had to meet up? So anybody that's listening and it didn't, I don't know if we even put it out there. I think I talked to JB. We will probably not be doing. I'm pretty sure we're not doing the meetup this year. It's more me and AJ. I'll get with you on that. Then sourcing we got to do with it, but I just we're not gonna have the meetup. We might do something online if anybody wants to get on and show their face online, and we chop it up. Maybe while you got your TV on or something like that, we can talk. Get together and all that, but we're probably not doing. I'm pretty sure we're not doing the in-person meetup, at least not during football season this year. Hate to not do it, but circumstances beyond my control at the moment. Let's just say that.
Life be life, man.
Yeah, it does. So, but I get what you, dog. But yeah, man. Back to this Joe Burrow situation. I ain't have a problem with him coming back. I ain't have a problem because you still got that slim chance, the slimmest of chances that you can make a run. And there's a chance you make the run. And especially with the way that division is looking. There's nothing. Nobody's scared of Pittsburgh. Nobody's scared of Lamar now. And if you didn't believe me beforehand, you better believe me now. Like 14 points. Lamar Jackson has not thrown a touchdown pass in 3 games. And the defense that was starting to look better is crumbling a little bit. Why not, man?
I think he's still a little bit more hurt than he letting on.
Yeah, y'all haven't watched. Have you guys really watched Lamar the past 3 weeks?
Yeah, he don't.
He's the same dude.
He don't look great.
He's not the same dude. So I think we're talking about them making this run. I still think it's still taken. Still, when we can change all that for them, they decided to light somebody up for 38. You know what I'm saying? But they just do not look good, man.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it could be a case that they were looking ahead to that Pittsburgh game? Because that's really, if we're talking about the lead for the division, at least right now, both of those teams still have to play each other twice. Mm-hmm. So both teams could very much be like, this is all that matters for this division. And you still need to win those games, especially Baltimore. Baltimore got low-key a hell of a schedule ending out.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if they're putting all their cards on, like, yeah, this Cincy game, like, you probably still wanted to win on some level, but you're thinking, well, we know who we got to beat to get in, and it's Pittsburgh twice.
You end up with the same record as Pittsburgh, and you lost to Cincinnati, then what are you going to say?
But if you beat Pittsburgh twice, it don't matter.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
Bengals sitting, 2 games behind basically right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty much, because I'm assuming Pittsburgh's going to lose today. So, yeah.
Yeah, think about it. If Pittsburgh loses today, I'm just saying.
And all 3 teams only have one loss in the division.
6-6 sitting in the division with the Bengals at 4-8.
And all three of those teams only got one loss in the division.
Whew.
So that's what I'm saying. Like those games, those Pittsburgh games, and obviously Cincinnati and Baltimore are going to play each other again too. But those games are going to loom large. They're probably thinking that's all that matters is those division games.
Right. That's tough, man. That's tough. How concerned should the Ravens be?
About the defense?
Just period. Like, just period. Yeah, I guarantee you, Source, after 12 games, 6-6 was not in the plans. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Yeah, they should probably be very concerned, just not even just for how that defense is playing, but look at Lamar. Like we were just saying, he don't look like the same person. And without a healthy Lamar, just a Lamar that's actually performing at least decently, they're not going anywhere. Even if they do make the playoffs, then they're out week 1.
You want to know when teams know there's something wrong with you or they just don't care? When you allow a quarterback like Joe Burrow to drop back 46 times, like they felt confident dropping back 46 times to beat your head in. 40 times, quarterback coming back from injury, dropping back 46 times in the game.
Yeah, he only got sacked once. That's a problem. With that offensive line,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a problem.
You couldn't score but 14 points against that defense.
Yeah.
In Cincinnati.
You let that defense cause 5 turnovers. Like, that's an issue.
There are problems, man. The division is still theirs for the taking, but I just like nobody wants it. You know, somebody win this division with the ugliest of records.
Yeah.
We used to see division was the NFC South that always would do that?
Mm-hmm.
Either them or the remember the rough years of the NFC West when Seattle would go in with the 7-9 record?
Yeah, that was the West. Yeah.
Oh, that was such a bad year.
And then they won the playoff game, didn't they?
Yeah, that was the Beast Quake game.
Mode, yeah.
Wow. So,
that was such an ugly year.
So we got 3 things we watching in this division now. We're gonna watch Joe Burrow. Let's see how they finish out, how he plays. He'll be getting Higgins back. The Ravens, who we've watched them come back, who essentially will go back to the top of the division if the Steelers lose today. And then, of course, the Steelers, which way is up? I mean, I don't know. Your boy out there, like I say, he got 3 fractures in that hand. It's not a throwing hand, but 3 fractures is 3 fractures.
Yeah.
For real.
In one hand, so.
AFC North or NFC South, which is the worst division in football?
Right now? The worst division?
They're looking at their teams, they're very similar record-wise.
Huh.
NFC South.
You said worse?
Yeah.
NFC South.
You think?
Oh, name a team in the NFC South that you're worried about.
That I'm worried about?
Yeah. Well, you're going to say Tampa Bay, but that's
well,
not real.
I feel like you can say that same
I
thing
don't
about
know.
the
I don't
AFC
know
North.
if I'm scared of Tampa Bay, but I do know, as we end up picking that game anyway, I do know that they're starting to get healthy. So if you're asking me right now, no, I'm not scared of any team in either one of those divisions.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking down the line on the potential because of nothing else about what's coming back, yeah, I'd be more scared of Tampa Bay than anybody else.
You'd be more scared of Tampa Bay than Cincinnati?
Yeah, because I think Tampa Bay's defense overall is better than Cincinnati.
That's fair. I do agree with that.
Don't get
I
me
think
wrong.
that's
I know Burrow can go out there and win some games. If he got to put up 35 plus 40, it can happen. But I know that defense is probably going to give up 30 and somewhere along the line. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not scared of Baltimore. You're not
No.
worried about Baltimore.
You know that. I've been saying this for how many weeks? I'm not scared of them at all, especially when we get in the playoffs. I'm never scared of Baltimore in the playoffs. They got a stigma now, man. Like nobody wants to talk about it, but it's real. That's why a few weeks ago, I don't know if you were on with us or not. They might have been on when I was talking about we got to really start looking at this division, the AFC North. How many of those coaches really gonna have jobs after this season?
Yeah, I remember you saying
in the AFC North.
Yeah.
I feel like Stefanski the only one that might not have a job. That's it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Now Zach Taylor might keep his job by default. It's because everything that's happened. But if you read a lot of those papers, a lot of the stuff online, there's people that's not happy.
Fans ain't happy all the time. Like, we about to talk about the Eagles, and you saw they fans. Like fans is never happy.
Well, look, if you're talking about, I'm gonna be honest with you. This ain't no shade because we got some. I ain't gonna say the word, but we got some buttholes in Dallas. Our fans, not our fans are trash. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't like them. I don't like a lot of them. But anyway, but Philly terrible too, man. Philly terrible. But Philly is Philly. It's like what you expect. It's just like it's certain fan base. It's just like I'll go and say like Knicks fans. They are what they are.
Yeah,
right?
I get you.
Right. So, I didn't join in any of the festivities. Source with when your boys, lost on Black Friday, but folks was going off all on the internet, and it is what it is. Some warranted, some not warranted. We ain't the ones that beat Philly that week, so I really don't care. But I cared about the other week. They played Chicago. It was a great game. It is what it is. Move on. But getting into that, I do want to lead by saying, I got to get my weekly pat on the back, right? I get my weekly pat on the back because I'm gonna mess up probably. So I mess up before the show is over. But Didge, I said a certain team that wears black was gonna win at least 10 games this year. I just wanted to put that out there. And I think you asked, was I sure? Yeah. What they 1 away now?
Yeah, they are 1 away.
Yeah, Chicago Bears, baby. Chicago Bears out here making noise. You can't deny at this point. And you got to love everything that they're doing. They're taking the ball away. They're finding a way offensively. They got a coach who's going in the locker room and taking his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? In the locker room.
Man of the people, getting the people of Chicago fed.
That's coach. Hey, man. I was going to vote for your guy, coach of the year, but I don't know, man. Ben Johnson might be coach of the year.
You think so? I mean, I'm biased, obviously. I'm biased, obviously, but I feel like we had a bigger turnaround. We had a worse record than the Bears last year. We had a worse record.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself now. Don't get ahead of yourself. I guess. Well, I mean, you're already here, so hey.
Look at the division. Look, I'm gonna use your logic, kid. The division. Look at the division they playing in.
Hey, that don't mean
he's on top of that division. You said it was a division. That's what you told me.
It is, but look, they still 1-2 in that division. They ain't winning in that division.
Okay.
They might end the year 1-5 in that division.
Hey, Source, if you haven't noticed the theme, you won't hear Thursday and a couple 1 week you won't hear. See, Diggs low key really got something against Chicago, man. Like hard.
Well, I know.
They don't even play in his conference or division, but he got something hard against
It's the
the Bears.
Chicago Green Bay thing, man. It's the
Look,
Chicago
yeah, that
Green
was
Bay.
even if I ain't a Packer fan, that was bred into me. That's just how I'm traded. Like we don't talk positive about the Bears.
Hey,
I picked them on Friday though. I did pick them to win.
you did.
It hurt, but I picked them.
You did. Man, Caleb Williams wasn't spectacular in the game Friday, but he didn't have to be. That running game was crazy. And so I was sitting there watching that game, and I'm like, ain't no way they're gonna bully that Philly front. I understand that Philly been experiencing some issues on that back end in a couple of games, but that front gonna stand, gonna be solid. There's no way you're gonna tell me these people are gonna be able to run the ball against that front the way they did, though. Just between Monangai and Swift, what was that, 275 yards, I think? That's crazy. I never saw that coming, man.
It looked very old school Denver Broncos-ish. Hitting that backside. It was like a delay, and there was no pressure from the other side. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was bad business, and I could actually live with it for the most part. A couple of longer runs, I was like, that's a little shaky. But that happened against Detroit too, whether it was a run or it was like a screen. It happened against Detroit, but then it don't break. I don't care if they drive down the field. If you can hold them to a field goal, you can live with that. If the offense is performing, that's a whole different problem in itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're Chicago and you just like, man, we just gonna run this joint, like run, and you're successful, I know they was feeling good after the first touchdown when they punched that first joint in. I know it's like, oh, we might have something right here, and they did. It wasn't that bad though. If the Eagles, I try to let kickers live for the most part because my wife kills kickers on a daily basis. I don't care if it's a 57-yarder with the wind blowing. She'd be like, "That's your one job." But I'm more lenient. But you can't be here to tie the score up and struggling offensively and miss the extra point. That was crucial. That was
rough.
For a sport that always talks negatively about kickers or is always downgrading kickers, talking about they're not football players, blah, blah, blah. A lot of things come down to the kickers, whether you win or lose. So True. It's kind of odd, I think.
We said it.
I was gonna say no. When I knew that this game it just wasn't going the Eagles' way was when the tush push fumble.
Yeah,
bro.
That was when I was like, "Well, this is a wrap." There's clearly the ball's not bouncing their way all game. This is it.
Just got the ball back on a big turnover. Just got the ball back on a big turnover, set the score one way or the other, and you hand that joint right back to him. I was like, all right, I guess that's what we on today. I know when my wife said she wanted to put up the Christmas tree, it wasn't going to be a good day.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Not the Christmas tree. We put up ours yesterday.
I still need to put up mine.
That ain't the
popo. Somebody birthday leftover turkey.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. The Bears, 9 of 10 did. What it's gonna take for you to believe in the Bears, man? They done won 9 of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Packers twice.
The Packers twice. Well, I tell y'all this.
Matter of fact, no, you got to beat them twice. Beat them in Lambeau next week.
Oh, it's gonna be a big game.
Beat them in Lambeau next week. Then I'll change my tune.
Nice, I like that.
They do you realize if the Panthers beat the Rams today, that the Bears would be the number 1 seed?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many people I went to college with are going to be insufferable? That's a lot of. I ain't gonna hold. That's probably a solid 25% of why I don't like to give the Bears any props. I went to school in Illinois, and so many people I went to school with are just insufferable Bears fans.
Wait, you had to cross the state lines to go to school?
No, I mean I went to school in Illinois. You know,
No,
I didn't I didn't want to look. It was who gonna have me not have to pay a lot for college?
Oh,
Where's
you
the
went to
money going?
college.
Oh yeah, no, I'm specifically talking college. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, dang,
Oh,
y'all crossed the state lines to go to
No, not high
I'm
school.
not gonna start lifting up your paperwork, man. I don't
Yeah, that'd been crazy.
zoning requirements.
Yeah.
that'd have been very crazy.
I was like, that's fancy.
But no, just so many Bears fans, and it might just be the ones that I went to school with. But there were so many of them who were just like, I don't even care about football, and now all of a sudden it's bear down this, bear down that, and there's nothing that bothers me more than a fair weather fan who don't care until they win it.
Yes.
So,
Hey, it did, trust me. We experienced that right here in
I'm sure
Central Virginia, when everybody was mad with they gonna never support the Commanders and Redskins. You couldn't find no Washington gear nowhere. You get the one or two old timers you catch at Wawa or something, or somebody getting gas. All of a sudden last year, I couldn't go anywhere in Virginia, man. We got Commanders gear everywhere. John Riggins throwbacks, like stuff just they unpack.
I do get it. The Commander's name sucks. I personally think they should have kept Washington football team. It was weird, but it was something no other team has done before. They should have just kept that.
Yeah.
It felt very soccer-ish.
The football team.
Hey, y'all know what? I don't care what their name is.
That's fair.
They
ain't my team.
It can be whatever. They can be the Washington nobodies. Which anyway.
To you, they are the Washington.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right. So last thing I'm gonna ask you about this, and then we can pick these. I think we only got 4 because today's schedule is I'm happy that football is on, but it wasn't all that great.
It's not the marquee schedule.
Yeah, because a lot of the teams that we talk about or should be talking about, we just got to talking about them, so they already played. But Source, your level of concern right now for Philly, that's all I want to know, because we know when I look at y'all, and I'm trying to figure out at least why you're not getting that running game, going to attempt to get that going. And I went back and looked at the numbers. Saquon, 100-yard game this entire season, right? 3 games with 60 yards rushing or less. Like, I don't get it. I understand the offensive line is not the same, but it's just, I don't know. I just don't know, man.
Yeah, the offensive line is definitely not the same. We're down to 1 starter from last year. I don't know. And I know it's shaky ground from 2 years ago, I should say. Not from last year. From last year. Shaky ground, level of concern. My level of concern is mid because I feel like it could go either way. You know, I expect the Eagles to go at worst 3-2. I should say at worst 2-3, but should be 3-2 or 4-1. Same as I said with Dallas. I doubt it'd be 5-0. 2 tough games left in the season. 3 should be gimmies. Actually, let's see. Yeah, that's right. So my level of concern is more about the Eagles team than it is anybody else for real. Because when the defense ball out, we already saw what that turns into. Ain't nobody getting nothing off of nothing. Those like 10 straight quarters of y'all ain't getting nothing, regardless of who the team is. Because that was who was that? That was the Lions, Dallas for a half, and the other game that was before the Lions, I can't remember.
Packers.
Yeah. So you would expect somebody to be able to do something on the offensive side of the ball, but everybody got locked down. That said, well, at least AJ got 2 touchdowns. So if nobody else is happy, AJ's happy. So
he probably still mad.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He probably
So,
like, I wanted 3 touchdowns.
uh-huh.
When he didn't let it out in the media, he sounded
Content.
he sounded all right. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know when he got in the locker room, but it's like he was all right. So we'll see.
You ain't afraid Geno Smith gonna turn back the clock?
Did you see Geno Smith last week?
Oh, bro.
Geno Smith was parallel to the ground more than anything else. Not that that's his fault, but yeah, it did not go well for Geno.
No, it didn't. You're right.
Terrible, man.
I think we can do that. So, no, we good. We all right. We all right. Not good. We all right, though. We all right.
I get you.
Word up. All right, so we got, fellas. Let's jump right into this thing. We were just talking about what would happen if the Panthers won today against the Rams. They are hosting the Rams that come in at 9-2. Panthers sitting there at 6-6, and with a real chance to do more damage in the division. All right, so the good news for the Panthers is, like I said, this we were talking before he came on. They're playing at home. They seem to get all of the tough games this year at home.
Mm-hmm.
People coming down to Carolina.
Prime, I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Yeah, so down to Carolina. So this is going to be a fun one, though. Oh, it could be a fun one because I know a lot of people did. You're thinking, oh, this ain't no thing, man. The Rams are hot. They about to walk right up into Carolina and blow the doors off of these people. But a lot of the games this year, we thought Panthers were going to get the doors blown off them, and they either won or they were right there in the game. So to me, it's kind of tricky, man.
Sure.
What's your thoughts on the day?
It's not tricky for me. The last 2 times I picked the Carolina Panthers in a game where they probably shouldn't have won. They put up a grand total of 18 points. I'm done picking the Panthers. I think that the future is bright for them, brighter than I thought it was coming into this year. But I think what is it? The clock is struck 12 on what they can do this year, and I don't see the Rams going in. Like they seem like, if we're just talking about pure gameplay, like taking the records away, the Rams very much seem like probably the best team in the league. Like they are performing crazy on both sides of the ball.
Yes, they are.
Devontae Adams, he basically a tight end out there in the goal line because he getting plenty touchdown passes or touchdown catches off the goal line. You know, that's usually what they had a big tight end for. So I can't see Carolina winning this.
You sure?
Nah, I can't see Carolina winning this. I don't think it's gonna be as ugly as like that Bills game earlier this year where they lost 40-9. I don't even think it's gonna be as much of a domination as it was last week when they lost 20-9. Granted, that score is a lot closer, but if you watch that game, the Panthers weren't really doing much. I'm gonna go somewhere in the middle of that and call it a good 27-10.
27-10?
Yep.
Okay. You got the Rams. I'm very cautious about this game because I can see where the Rams just come out here and just blow them out of the water from start to finish. Just come out. Matthew Stafford is very successful early in the game on his first or second drive, takes him down the field. And they just come out there and do work and do their thing. What I love about this Rams team is the way they use, they operate into goal positions, like especially when they get inside the 10. What's unique about what they'll do, who their goal line back is? The red zone back
for the Rams? No, yeah. I just assume they throw it to Devontae Adams. That's all.
That's it. Yeah, that is the red zone back, the goal line back right there.
Okay.
He has more red zone touchdowns than anybody in the league right now. Out there, absolutely getting busy out there, and that's their guy. They got capable guys. They bring in Blake Corum. They bring him in off the bench to give him some goal line work. There's Williams there, but they've been using him down low. That Puka eats you up down the field, and they give this man, the passing. So he's been phenomenal. Talking about people turning back the clock a little bit. He's got to be feeling good. But you got to watch Carolina. They're 3-2 right now at home.
Is this a noon game or a 1:00 game? I'm sorry.
This is I believe it is a 1:00 game. Yep. It is
Knock 6 points off, 21-10.
21-10?
21-10.
So the time got something to do with it?
Yeah. West Coast teams don't seem to do they seem to lay eggs sometimes when they going to the East Coast. I think it's for them it's a 10 a.m. game. That's a little early to be getting up and playing football. Maybe they go out, I don't know, and party a little bit too much the night before or something. But it always seems like when a West Coast team has to go on the East Coast, they struggle a little bit.
Yep, it's 1 p.m. game on Fox.
Yeah, 21-10.
So 21-10 for this one. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm definitely not picking Carolina to win this one. But nothing will surprise me these days. I think Stafford comes out here and gets busy on this team. I think Carolina scares me a little bit because the last couple of weeks that I've watched them, they've been doing some things they haven't been doing all year. So they were riding the hot hand of Rico Dowdle, and I think last week, I don't even think he didn't get 10 carries last week. And then they had there was a second down or a third, I think it was a third and goal from like the 1 yard line, and they elected to pass the football. So they're going to continue that trend. They're definitely not setting themselves up for success.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the organization come out and gave Bryce Young a real, step of confidence, man. They believe that Bryce Young is the future of that franchise. And they believe that as they continue to put pieces together, they've got a good one in my man, Ted McMillan, for starters. They believe that Bryce Young is the guy. Now, I don't know if I would want to be Bryce Young today with the way that the Rams, come after the quarterback, bro, because they get after them like crazy.
Yeah.
So if he's out there seeing ghosts and there's a couple of interceptions come out, strip fumble, don't be surprised, because the Rams are a team that can and will do that to you. So I'm going to take the Rams to win today, but I'm going to take your 27 that you had. 27 that you have. And I'm going to get Carolina 17 points.
Okay, so we're about the same. No, we're talking about a 10-point victory.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them 17 points, 27-17. And the people keep on rolling. And I do agree with you. The Rams just might be the best team, playing like the best team in the National Football League right now.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt, they had one of the best, if not the best. So I might give you guys that nod over there on the other side right now, and I don't want to jump the gun. That'd be a heck of a Super Bowl to watch too. But when the last time the Patriots and the Rams?
What was that? 2017? Remember when it was the 10-3 Super Bowl?
Yep.
I can't remember what year that was specifically. I want to say it was 2017. Might have been 2018. Let me see.
It sounds 2017 sounds good. I'm not quite sure.
2019. Well, the game. So it was the 2018 season. The game was in 2019.
It was played in. Got you played in February. So very interesting. So we'll see what comes out of this. It's going to tell us a lot about Carolina. Carolina desperately. They're going to want to win this game because they say the Bucs are starting to get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting right there with the Bucs at the Bucs on top, but they're right there with the Bucs, pretty much in the win column. So Carolina. They need this, bro.
To be fair for Carolina, they still got to play Tampa twice. So
true.
They can this can put them right at that tie, but they can use that to really give them a chance to go into those two games. Those are 2 of the last 3 weeks of the season, but it gives them a chance to put some momentum together.
Indeed.
Of course, they still got to play the Seahawks. Ooh, they got a rough schedule.
Nasty schedule. So. On that. So, all right, cool. We'll come back to Source Pops and we'll get his score a little bit later. All right, so next up, we have let's go to the other really good one, which you mentioned it could be the game of the day, which would be the Texans traveling to take on the Indianapolis Colts, man. Instantly when I saw that this game was this week, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's definitely the game that I'll be
I can't
glued
believe
to.
I can't believe this didn't get flexed to the Sunday night game.
True indeed. That's true indeed. Let me see something here. Da. Oh, yeah, with Broncos and Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They could have definitely done us a favor, especially with no Jaden Daniels still. So they
Right.
could have done us a favor with that one. And that's true. That I'll be honest with you, the way Denver's defense is playing, I probably not want to put Jaden Daniels out there against that defense anyway.
Mm-mm.
Marcus got
And
legs.
Sertan back this week.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
at least I know he was. They said he was on schedule to be back. I didn't see any
Yeah,
final.
I haven't seen anything official, but I was hearing that he was trending towards.
Yeah.
Shoot, I wouldn't even want to be Mariota right now. But wow.
No, I mean,
but yeah, man, these Texans and Colts, man. Always an entertaining matchup. You can go back over the years, and when they play, man, they play. I've seen some of the best low-scoring games that I've watched. I've been at sports bars. I remember I'd always be near television, and this goes on for years. And it might be something that we might be in the fourth quarter, and the game might be 16-13, you know? Then I've seen some entertaining high-scoring games. There might have been a year where we're sitting in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go, and they tied at 24. Like, they really get after each other. You know, nobody talks about these two playing each other in that division, but they it's just always a fun watch to me.
mm-hmm.
But man, CJ Stroud's supposed to come back, so I saw. That's what I saw.
I saw that too.
Which is interesting enough because your boy Davis Mills went 3-0.
He did,
yeah,
but they're clearly a better team with CJ Stroud out there. Yeah. I mean, no disrespect to Davis Mills, but he not CJ Stroud. And with the division still being in play here, with Indianapolis sort of facing a lot more questions, it makes sense to bring CJ Stroud back.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean everything is still right here for you, sitting there at 6-5. So you want your best on the field. The real thing for me in this one is how the Colts respond after that loss to the Chiefs. Especially in the game they seemingly had, and they thought they had, before Mahomes and the Chiefs, engineered that crazy comeback to win it. So, we've seen the Chiefs not perform so well in a couple of games this year and still come out with the win. We've seen them lose, but right now it's going to be a true test. Coming in against that defense, Daniel Jones is supposed to play today as well, so we know they were watching him. So he got to be on his toes dealing with that D'Amico Ryans and that Texans defense because they are balling.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so the last two really good defenses that they play, like, can they get Jonathan Taylor on track? Because, I mean, the Atlanta game notwithstanding, I know that's between the Pittsburgh and Kansas City games, but the Atlanta game also went in overtime. So, like, extra time to sort of pad those stats, and he played really well. But against the Chiefs and the Steelers, which are two pretty good defenses, he was under 60 yards in both of those games.
Was it 58 last week, I think?
58 last week and then 45 against the Steelers.
Jeez.
So we were talking about this. It might have been on Thursday when we were saying that the Texans might be the best defense in the league. Like, the way that they're playing, and obviously their offense is sort of losing them some games, but what is he going to do against that Texans defense? Is it going to be another under 60 yard outing? And if so, I don't think Daniel Jones is leading them to victory against that defense. So I think you were smart to put Jonathan Taylor's picture up here because that is very much who this game is going to be won and lost through. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
So, what you think about this game, man?
Texans defense is up. The Colts offense, at least the running game, isn't as prominent as it has been most of the season. We we talked about Jonathan Taylor and him breaking off a 50, 60-yard run every game or two every game until recent. And I think that's what's missing at this point in these last couple of weeks. Without that big run, big game changer run, a lot of times, then those numbers don't look quite the same, do they? Which is that's a little concerning. If you can keep him under a 20-yard, 20 yards under on his big play of the day, big two plays of the day, then that makes quite a difference on that Colts offense, with their Colts offense. I don't trust Houston's offense, but it's been this way for the last two seasons. So at all, I don't trust them people at all. So am I trusting the Colts offense more than the Texans defense? As I say it, I'm kind of trusting the Texans defense. Sheesh.
That wouldn't be, and that's a good thought, because if anything about the last game when the Chiefs pulled the comeback, Daniel Jones didn't look all that impressive against the Chiefs defense. And now you about to deal with this juggernaut of a defense right here. And of course, my man Stingley gonna probably be locking up your best receiver. So it's a tough one to pick for me. I was telling Didge, Source, while you were gone, they've given us some of the most entertaining games over the past few years, whether the game was 16-13 in the fourth quarter, like low scoring, or the game was tied at 24. It was 7 minutes to go. Like, they give you these crazy games. They can give you boring games, and the games are good. Everybody's out there balling out. So D'Amico Ryans, though, man, like 12-4 versus the AFC South since he became the Texans coach.
Man.
Right. So
wow.
So he's used to these games. He used to getting it in. And I really just don't know which way to go, to be honest with you, though. Like Source, you're talking about, JT, and I'm like, yeah, it could be a slow game, and it don't take but that one, him to get that one.
Right.
He finally breaks one, and they could be stuffing him. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I want to go with the Texans in this game. I think I really do. But they playing in Lucas Oil Stadium, man. And I feel like if Jonathan Taylor going to get at least one, if he's contained, he's going to get at least one, it'll be at home. So going to make the difficult decision on my end and take the Colts in this game. And I'm saying the game is going to be 24. Nah, give me 23-17. Colts, reluctantly, but yeah, I'm taking the Colts.
I'm trying to decide if I want to go 2017 Texans or 24-20 Colts. I can't see myself actually picking Houston on the road, though.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
I can't do it. I guess I got to go 24-20 Colts.
20. Didge.
27-21 Colts.
We all went with the Colts,
which might be
knowing very well Texans could be.
But
I mean, that's a tough one to call, man. It's a tough one to call.
Oh, for sure.
A Source, need a score for the Rams and Panthers.
Rams, Panthers. Oh man, back to this. You know what? I said I wasn't going to do it. Carolina with the upset.
Oh my God, don't do it. I did it twice this year and they lost. I was telling Prime, I picked Carolina twice this year in upsets. They scored a grand total of 18 points in both of those games.
I don't believe this.
I mean, I didn't either, but I thought they would do better than that.
No, I don't believe Carolina's going to win. But the last time, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I had the whole traveling from the West to the East thing.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Picked both of the West teams, and they both lost. So now I'm like, all right, let's try it the other way around.
All right.
in reality, I don't believe this, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Carolina 26 and the Rams 20. I don't know how Carolina's going to score 26 against the Rams defense, but hey,
I was telling
20.
I had to edit my I picked 21-10. I was originally 27-10 Rams, and then I was like, ooh, West Coast teams have a tough time going east. So I knocked it down to 21-10.
So look, so kind of you.
They won't get those 2 extra field goals.
Yeah, in that game I took I took the I went 27-17 Rams.
Makes sense.
All right. 2 games. Next up. We have the Bills and the Steelers. The game is in Pittsburgh. Bills sitting at 7-4 and struggling. The Steelers are sitting at 6-5, not looking good, with the quarterback coming in with a fractured wrist or 3 fractures in his wrist. I feel like the Bills got to have this. The Bills lose this game.
It'll be a glorious day.
I bet it would. We got to really have some real conversations about that organization, like some real conversations, and another coach situation too. Like this thing is crazy. Like it didn't make any sense for them to be struggling at certain points the way they've been struggling. They didn't want to listen to me about the trade deadline. Okay, I mean, but they should have listened. But they got bigger problems too. They're still trying to figure a way to stop the run consistently. A lot of the stuff that was plaguing the Kansas City Chiefs of on conversions, the conversions on certain downs, depending on the yardage, has not been there. I don't know, but the Bills have to win this game. What you think about it, Source?
Well, I see you got the 2 4s up there, so we can go. Was it Burrow man from the 5th floor? That's about all I got on this game. No, Buffalo is who everybody should expect to win this game. I know that pressure going to get to Josh Allen. He ain't going to just be able to avoid certain individuals on the other side of that ball when it comes to the Pittsburgh front line.
What you saying, Source?
I like that. After passing his brother and brother talking about, I'm coming back. I need my numbers. I can't trust Pittsburgh on the offensive end. Personally, I can't trust Aaron Rodgers. Man, I don't know if I've ever said that before. I can't trust Aaron Rodgers, but I'm saying it right now. Can't trust Aaron Rodgers. And man, I don't know what to do with this game. I can't see myself picking Pittsburgh though. I'm gonna go Buffalo, man. I'm gonna go Buffalo. 20. Actually, 27-17.
All right. I like it. What you got, Diz?
I can't trust Aaron Rodgers. I can trust DK Metcalf. I can trust TJ Watt. I don't like the Bills. 35-25 Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh.
Man, you got no people putting up 35 points.
You said 35.
Aaron Rodgers has done it. He has done it. Like we said, these fractures ain't in his throwing hand. He doesn't need it.
This Green Bay thing in your family is like taking you to new heights this week.
Oh no, this is just pure Bills hate.
I'm gonna take the Bills 24-20. 24-20.
That's probably more likely, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like even though the Steelers been playing better defense in this one, I feel like there'll be just enough plays there for my man, like Khalil Shakir to he makes maybe get 3 receptions the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Right. 5 max, but 3 the whole game, and like 2 of those are very meaningful. That's what it feels like to me, man. But it's scary. I was about to say more points than that because the Steelers have 5 games this year where they've given up 30 points. Uncharacteristic of a Steeler defense. And then the Bills on the flip side have been had less than 20 points in all 3 of their road losses. So it's sticky. It's really it's really sticky.
It's sticky.
Also, you were talking about my man coming after Josh Allen. Yeah. One thing of note with the Steelers is their defense is second behind Chicago in takeaways.
I can see that.
And I'm hesitant to even up the total with the Bills. And it's a little scary because they got 3 straight games themselves with 3 turnovers.
Josh Allen, the gunslinger, you know what that means? They just be throwing the ball everywhere.
So it's just tricky. It's just tricky. But I'm gonna stick with the Bills though.
Let me see what the weather like in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Find out what the weather.
Is this gonna be a run game?
I was gonna say it's gonna be cold, but I mean Buffalo
is
not being cold.
It's a cold and it's a light rain. So who knows how much of that is actually hitting the field.
Yeah, that'd have been somebody else I'd been worried about, but it's Buffalo we talking about.
I mean,
they play in the snow, if it was cold. I tell people all the time, if you've never been to that stadium over there, that stadium is it's water right behind it, like that far. And people always talk about how when they have those cold winds and that wind comes in and it bounces off the water and go, man, I didn't experience it. I'll never go back to Pittsburgh, bro. Never. Last game I went there, was years ago. Let me tell you, Roethlisberger was still there.
Ooh.
And I matter of fact, Roethlisberger was there and T.O. was in Dallas.
Dang.
Wow.
So that's why I'd never go back. The only way I would consider going back, because there was a time that I probably went to 4 or 5 since I was younger, straight matchups between the Cowboys and Steelers because it's just a history, right? But after that one, I just stopped going.
That's fair. I ain't mad at it.
Stop going to Pittsburgh. Say that.
I don't like going to cold weather games,
especially when you lose.
Yeah, that do make it worse.
If I gotta suffer and my toes and fingers gonna hurt for 2 hours after we leave, I better win.
Yeah, no, that make it a lot worse.
Yeah, some other deal.
That wasn't the case my last trip there. And last time we went played in Dallas, I was cool.
Yeah, that's fine. That's an indoor stadium.
We won the game,
and it's in Dallas, so it's like it's even during the winter time. It's probably a lot better than coming from anywhere up north. But
lots of barbecue, Miller Lite, and a victory. I take that. All right, so last up, guys. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's got some things that I do like. About it. That would be the Cardinals and the Bucks. We mentioned earlier, we talked about the Bucks are starting to get healthy. Well, Baker's not healthy, but they claim that he's trending towards playing with that sprain. I think it was a shoulder joint, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
They're supposed to be getting Bucky Irvin back today. They just got Godwin back, and there's a couple other players that they were looking to return in this one. On the other side, for Arizona, they got Marvin Harrison Jr. is questionable, but he was trending towards playing. So they'll be getting him back to another weapon for Brissett. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean because if you guys have paid attention to him, this kid, Michael Wilson, for them, has been going straight ham. Over the past 2 games, if you total his totals, over 300 yards receiving. And I think almost 20 receptions. I believe he's been on a tear.
Is Kyler Murray out for the year? Like, what's up with him?
But there's no talk on Kyler Murray, so I don't know.
Like, that's the thing. I don't know. Okay, because I was going to say, I don't even know what his injury. Like, I know they said he was hurt. That's why Brissett was playing for him. But I could have sworn they were saying he was trending back, and then all of a sudden, it's just been the Brissett show. So it's like you said, I haven't heard anything else about him or anything. I don't is he still with the team? What is going on?
Dang.
It probably won't be next year, I don't think. But I don't know what the deal is. He's home playing video games, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. Brissett has been out there looking good, even in the losses, man. Nice hookup with Wilson, nice hookup with Trey McBride. They've been competitive. They have definitely been competitive. I'm still taking the Bucks in this game, though. I'm still taking the Bucks as long as Baker can complete the game. I think they'll be able to run the ball with or without Bucky, but I think Bucky's supposed to be back. The receiving core is starting to get healthy, and my man Emeka has been quiet for over the past couple of weeks. It's time for him to get busy. It's time for him to get busy again. But I'm gonna take the Bucks in this one, and I'm going to go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go big.
Uh-oh.
Got the Bucks. I got the Bucks putting up 35 today.
Ooh.
Bucks to win this game 35-24.
Dang.
Playing Black Ops 7. Oh, that's tragic. You said, what did you say, 35-24?
Yeah. Playing that Black Ops 7.
Yeah, that's. I swear I haven't heard his name in like 2 months. It's been crazy. But for this game specifically, I agree with you. Everything you said is correct. I also am going to Bucks pretty big. I'm gonna go 34-17.
34-17.
Well. 34-17. All right.
So you're gonna let your dislike for the Baker man influence your decision today?
No.
I was gonna say before you pick, I do want to remind you this Cardinals team has given up 40 or more 2 of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, hey, since you said put it that way, 41-20, Tampa Bay. How about that? How about that, guys?
I mean, that was basically the score against the. They gave up 44. It was 44-22 to the Seahawks, and then 41-22 to the Niners.
There you go.
I was gonna stack an extra touchdown on that, but I just know Baker ain't healthy, so. But I was
41-20. That's good. Yeah.
I was gonna be in the 40s myself.
And it's a West Coast team going East Coast. All the things are lining up for this to be a rough game.
Man, make it 41-17.
That's what we do. I got it there. 41-17.
Yeah.
There it is. Last thing, guys. What we think? What we think? The outcome for Shador today.
Pain.
Play well? Does he at least play well? Does he play well against the Niners?
Ooh, I forgot they playing the Niners.
I just hope he doesn't go above 2 picks. That's 2 picks, no fumble, 2 turnovers. I'm gonna take 2 turnovers. Yeah, he's gonna turn the ball over twice.
It's possible they win.
Hope the NAACP doesn't come out and get me for saying this. But
is it possible can they pull an upset today?
Yeah, anything's possible, but it's not likely
with their defense.
It's going back west to east again.
Ooh, I forgot about that. Wait, no, there is a possibility Myles Garrett might be out for blood.
Yeah.
He need that sack record.
He need that record. Exactly.
He's 6 sacks away.
And you saw what happened last week with Brock Purdy. Sorry,
I'm just saying.
Sorry, Cuzzo. I'm sorry.
Hey, Don, is Brock getting a quick hook today? It's gonna be Mac time.
It's Mac tonight.
That defense is nasty.
You know what?
If I'm the Niners, I'm drawing up all the screen plays. I'm drawing the defense in and getting that joint up to McCaffrey. Let him work.
Right.
Because I ain't trying to hold the ball that long, bro.
Yeah. I ain't picking them, but it is possible.
Do your thing. Yeah, it is definitely possible. That joint could be 16-10, but I'm gonna take 30-10.
I can't wait till that game come on.
And you know I'm not picking Cleveland, so yeah. So
they might just re-up that 20-9. It might just be that second week in a row.
Come on with it, then.
I still ain't picking.
I just
ain't picking Cleveland for that. No, that's 20-9 Niners. Like,
my bad.
Let me see. Should go back and forth with the two. It's going to be an interesting game to watch.
It is.
Didge, what you got for the people?
Oh man, you can find me at DidgeD everywhere. That's about it. I took the week off from doing pretty much anything, so I'll be back streaming this week. We are not podcasting today, so that's good. But Geeking on Tech will be back this Friday. And that's about it.
Word up. Nice. Source, what you got going on?
Hopefully it'll be better than today, smoother than today.
Oh man.
We got the 1 year anniversary of Beat Cypher Wednesday. That'll be Wednesday. The anniversary is actually Thursday, but the show is on Wednesday, so we're doing Wednesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. I'll be on. Producers will pull up, play some beats. We'll have some people pull up, have some conversation, talk about how they ended up in the Beat Cypher window, and go through some memories, some stuff, stuff like that.
Nice.
And that's about it for this week, man. That's all I got.
Cool. Make it happen. I have absolutely nothing. So if you want to know, I'll be watching football and women's basketball all week. That's what I do.
Yeah, you're.
And got a little cleaning up to do today, so I'll be probably have every TV in the house on. And, yep. So with the sound turned up, so I no matter what room I'm in, I know what's going on.
Lock in.
Yep. And got a matchup today. I don't. So I don't know if you saw as far as the ladies today. I don't know how good it's going to be because I don't think we're on their level. But Tennessee and UCLA do play today.
Tennessee
at 4:30 on Fox. So these are the women. So the most entertaining game. That's probably the most entertaining game we've gotten on the schedule for today. And shout out to
Indiana, Iowa State today, ain't they?
Who?
Indiana, Iowa State.
Is that
I know.
today?
I got a friend.
Oh,
yeah, I got a friend.
It is today.
I got a friend who went to Indiana, and she's definitely been talking about their basketball team. I think they're undefeated still.
Indiana is 7-0.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say it was on Thanksgiving when she was talking about it. I assume they hadn't played since then.
And you said against Iowa State?
Yeah, and I know Iowa State got that one girl.
The Crooks.
Yeah, she a monster.
She is that.
Alrighty. Hey, and shout out to Texas, man. Texas. I don't know if anybody caught the Texas-South Carolina game the other night, but that joint was highly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Highly entertaining. Texas came out with the dub.
So mad I missed that joint. I didn't realize it was happening until after the game. I was like, come on, bro.
Really? Crazy thing was I was getting ready to message you. I was like, this joint on, whatever. And I was like, they probably know. And I got tied up in doing something else. And it was very, very entertaining basketball game, though. So they meet up again. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that was very upsetting. I missed that joint.
All right. But yeah, thanks for rocking with us. Two things, everybody out there watching. Hopefully, y'all ain't still eating on them Thanksgiving leftovers. I don't know what the expiration time is, but if you are, be careful.
If anything, today should be your last day. Yeah, today should be your last day.
Today should be your last day. Yes. If you still at it,
freeze it if you got to or something. Like don't be having those going into next week.
Dang.
And number two, good luck to all your teams today. Unless I don't care who you're playing today. Good luck to your teams. You know what I'm saying?
Because your team ain't playing.
We ain't playing today. So. Good luck to your team. I'm gonna give you an early next week, unless your team is the Detroit Lions. All right, so it is what it is. But until next time, we out of here. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.